Mari forgot to turn the mic on.
I didn't know you turned it off.
I turn it off at the end of every stream.
I forgot about that. Anyway, sorry. We're doing Rise from the Ashes.
We're having a bad day.
We're having a quick day because Eagle just got up.
I just got up.
Sorry.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Okay, everything should be fine now. Let's go.
Someone trying to get in?
Probably it's Raichi.
Oh, he's whining. Stroller, man. Where is it? He's not here. No one's here.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
Let's go. A defense attorney should never believe their client.
So that's exactly the opposite of what Mia said, so I'm not sure I'm gonna take that.
The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing.
This sounds like prosecutor advice.
Never forget that.
This guy...
Oh yeah, if you don't like eating during stream.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
It should be done soon. You remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney. So don't tell me how to do my job.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
Why do you have medals?
They're for my good deeds.
Oh, good deeds. Alright. My first trial without a fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let me put my big boy tie on.
Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way when I'm done eating my breakfast.
Alright.
There's still sour cream.
Don't eat the sour cream.
I like
Okay, go
it.
put your plate away.
Okay. You deal with the restart of the trial.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll be everybody. I'll be
I
Edgeworth.
was distracted and my spoon fell.
Can you give me some water? Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Oh god, what happened? Okay, sorry. The defense is ready, Your Honor. It's been... let me... I'm sorry, I just woke up. I don't think I'm ready for this, but I'll try. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. He's very late. Edgeworth. Yes. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Sorry, the gun jump scare. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. Ugh. No, my personal feelings. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say.
And water. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Oh. Aha.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. I hate you.
However...
Emma is really making me question my feelings about Edgeworth.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. I feel like these are off-center.
They are.
Okay,
There you go.
thank you. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
What the fuck does that mean?
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. You should probably do the judge, since I'm like everyone.
Oh yeah, right. The cough-up queen.
Until Meekins.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Ah, and for you, I have a fiesta bowl.
Thanks. I can't eat it
Will
right
the witness
now.
state her name and profession?
Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts.
No, that's the razor.
Oh god. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the fuck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
They didn't wait for me.
Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police.
But she is not a police.
She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
I don't, oh! I know who you are! Cough up!
Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Well, that's what the razor blade was about.
Yeah.
Very well, you may continue
Was
with
it
the
hint?
description,
And you
Mr.
figured it
Starr.
out.
Miss Starr.
Miss Starr, don't
Just
you go
who is
forgetting
this lady? She just told you.
it. If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk.
The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out.
I'm just curious what this one is. Very faded. I can't. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I know now.
Unfortunately for her, there was a witness. An arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the crime, the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended that chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the
Don't
truth,
call me
Your
a
Honor.
loser.
I did it the other way again.
That's fine. It's fine.
I think it's funny that I did it wrong twice.
Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? I'm not a loser. I've won every trial I've done.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
Come on.
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
very
a garish
ugly
knife.
knife.
It's the worst knife I've ever seen. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. I guess it's excusable that the knife might look bad. It probably, you just grabbed it off a shelf and it's whatever knife you had lying around, just like off the shelf. The ugly
Bringing a
story.
lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
Does it feel good? It's merely a flesh wound, Mr.
Oh,
Wright.
God. I feel like I have heard that line very many times. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine this witness. This might be a hard testimony.
Witness's account.
Okay, we're doing trial now. We're gonna cross the
Alright.
Somehow,
We're good.
I
It's
always
fine.
knew a day like this would come.
Okay.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw Chief Prosecutor standing next to the garish car.
Alright,
Which car?
by garish car you mean
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I'll go car.
Sorry, I just wanted that on the record.
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's.
They usually show evidence on that side, so I should probably have the
It's
camera on the
fine.
other side, but like whatever.
Wasn't it?
I'm definitely not gonna figure that out now. Indeed, it was.
Where'd you get that knife? Probably the Uggo store.
What an odd knife that is.
Custom-made.
And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Alright, yeah, you learned from me. Okay, we're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that. Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her?
The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
You sure it was
Yeah,
her right
that's
hand?
interesting. Tell me more about her right hand.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital
I don't think
organ.
that's true.
I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Just any knife. But it was my knife.
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the
Press
knife
this, I think.
into Detective Goodman's chest.
Because I do remember something now. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? Why didn't you jump in front of the blade? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late.
Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
We are the knights that sing
No.
me. Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is
It
flawless.
has anything to do with science. Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that.
I got it, it's fine. Oh,
Somehow,
Okay, so that's her whole testimony.
just press everything.
Okay.
How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue with your very unbiased testimony, Miss Starr.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
I think we pressed.
Oh,
Did we press that?
we did not press that.
Okay, actually. Well, go ahead. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
Okay. That boyfriend, you have several?
Polyamory! Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. I'm getting shit confused because we last night played more Turnabout Serenade with our parents, so I got like two cases floating around in there, and I was like, what's going on with like, was it Emma who was like trying to get no, that was Trucy just trying to get gossip about Clavier Gavin.
Okay.
It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
Is there a cafe in there by any chance? No?
No.
Okay, alright.
I think that's been established.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car?
Yeah, if there was a cafe, they wouldn't need lunch boxes.
That's wild.
Since I'm a visitor now, I park in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
But she was delivering her lunch in A block, so maybe she was there at the...
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
You sensed something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
What? I have no idea what that means.
You just gotta scrape it all out.
Detective's intuition. Wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes.
Why didn't he know he was going to be murdered then?
He was like a young cheese.
No, that doesn't mean anything. A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match.
Okay.
In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garage car. We also pressed that. And she throws the point.
So I think we have to press one of these after having pressed a previous statement that we already did, so... Press... Not that one, one of these two. Press the, or the other one, it's fine.
If you knew what was going on before it even happened, why didn't you stop her?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense is a point.
It was too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor fucking killed that guy.
I see.
It was horrible.
Oh no.
It's only a flesh
You
wound!
said that too. I'm
Fuck
sorry.
you.
Oh god. I'm gonna die.
My sister is not guilty.
Alright, press
you.
the other one.
Ah, she had the knife.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Stupid, bad
Okay.
knife. Stinky knife. Fuck you, Mr. Edgeworth.
She knows all about anatomy. Can't testify as an egg.
I'm not
have to be a
testifying as an egg. What happened?
Okay, wait,
then?
okay. Oh god.
Okay.
This one maybe? Press it?
Let's look at our evidence.
No, let's press this.
Oops.
Garage car.
Mr. Eggy's car. Oh, I think actually this is. Oh, yeah.
This is new?
It was my
Is
car.
it? We're not case disease, and the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet of Fifi.
Hmm.
Certain it was her.
She's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. And we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly state the following: prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. None of the things I say are from movies. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. It's her.
A photograph. You took this and didn't tell us yet?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Okay, I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this most certainly is the defendant.
remember this is the only case where they bring up evidence law ever.
Yes, but that's not until later. This is unmistakably Lana Sky.
So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand, but she wasn't in the picture. She wasn't holding a knife.
That's true.
She absolutely
water on
was
my
not
tie.
holding a knife. No knife.
Nothing. Yeah, no.
What? No knife. There is bloody check, which is not great.
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph.
I gotta sneeze again.
This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Miss Starr?
Excuse me.
Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Why do you think?
Objection.
Oh, that had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Whatever.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Yet it was still stronger than your ever.
Edgeworth, I'll give you one more try.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
You can't say that. You
She
just
has
found out about the
blood on
photo.
her fucking...
How can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Okay,
you stupid.
I think you're the one
fucking
who's supposed to
idiot.
say that, though.
See the dark crimson stains in the chief prosecutor's coat?
But it's a black and white photograph. That could be coffee. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, do we not have, like, the coat in evidence?
Can we ask Angel at least if it's blood?
I see no problem here.
No problem.
No problem.
Oh.
Except you. You stupid little bingus man.
Not a problem.
You're not
I'm a
a
defense
I'm not a
attorney.
bingus man.
Mr. Wright, are you just going to sit there and take that kind of abuse?
Got a better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
But that's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but, good advice.
What? I don't need
I didn't
advice.
have
I need
time
you
to stop her.
That's not my
Prosecutor
question.
Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Okay, well, that's all a speculation.
It looks really cold and collected in the little image we see. It's like, ah!
Premeditated? How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most
I
likely.
cannot tell that from the picture.
Why would she have those on?
Can we get evidence that she did, please?
If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
Okay,
No
I
one
see
wears
the gloves now.
Fuck
Ah!
gloves. Anyone who wears gloves is a little baby idiot.
Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Well, you can't touch things with your hands.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Any murder is a serious offense.
Premeditated
Angel.
murder is more of a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
Okay, well. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves. You can't tell what kind of gloves they are from the picture.
Fuck you. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the
God
defendant was
damn it.
arrested.
Tell me that first.
They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsy.
Maybe she was doing an autopsy.
I guess she was of a sort. A sort of pre-autopsy.
Oh no.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion we can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, me Starr.
It's fine.
This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over.
I mean, yeah, if they can prove she planned to do murder and was there to witness that they saw her committing the murder and there was blood all up on her. What's that? It's a Batman. He's going bucks. Shh, shut up. It's fine.
I've gotta think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flesh
Stop
wound.
saying that!
Fuck you, I love that line that I came up with all on my own.
Oh my god. Okay, oh no, we're at the beginning again. Rubber gloves.
Well, I know what to present.
I don't remember. Let me
You
see.
figure it out.
Okay, what? Well, let me look at the evidence.
Fine.
Oh right, now I remember. Okay, it's the knife. Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. The ugly, hideous, horrible,
Yes, it's my knife.
bad fucking knife.
It's my knife. We can stop with the.
What's with that knife? It's so weird. And the car is like
Spent so much
really
money
ugly.
on that knife. And that car.
Mommy, are you prosecuting these bad people?
Yes. Mommy. Our prosecutor bad. Mama, is she still here? Yeah,
Probably.
she's still here. My mama has
only
not been. Yes.
She might have been. It's only 3 years.
It's 3 years.
No, it's 2017. It's 2 years.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, sorry. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
Stop lying.
Ricky, you
That's
stupid
not allowed.
Fucker.
You'll get in trouble.
I hate
Or I guess you fucking won't, because they never do. You stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Oh, fuck.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
You pick a better knife than this.
Knife than this. Order, order, order. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
Okay, I wouldn't say that.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
We just played another occurrence of humble pie in Ace Attorney. I'm trying to remember when all the humble pies happen. They say it at least 3 times, because I know a character in actually the next case we're gonna play after this one mentions humble pie. What?
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail.
Oh, come on. But this is just a whole premeditated theory.
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
It was a pretty bad crime.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned.
But
If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought with your silly little ex-detective brain.
How dare you? My powers of deductions are not to be underestimated.
Really now?
Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. I'm gonna say that in my testimony every time. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office.
Do we have proof that she did that
She
yet?
said she did it.
Like,
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. And with her face go like, ah!
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? What are you doing?
I'm trying to grab my tablet.
Why?
So this is in case someone enters the chat. Because normally I have it pulled up, and I don't like to not have it pulled up. It's just like a thing that bothers me. No one's watching, so it doesn't matter. No one saw us not have the audio on in the beginning of the stream.
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? I ask you this.
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. I'm very glad that you're not the defense attorney, Emma.
I just realized the last time I heard "I ask you this" was from just a complicated country lawyer make some noise. Have you seen that?
Probably. Oh wait, there's a person here now.
By witnessing the crime?
Is that a person?
That's
or
me.
Is that you?
That's
Okay.
me, I think. By witnessing the crime? Did the witness create the crime? I ask you this.
Okay, well,
Lana
let's
Skye
look at
to murder detective.
let's take a little peek at the autopsy report.
Press and
It's the
present
file.
start with the same 2 letters,
It's
and
the
that makes
file.
me upset. One knife wound died within an hour and a half.
Again and again. 100 times.
Oh, that human machine.
She was a
She knew
robot.
the location of the vital organs, so she didn't have to stab him many times, but she also did because she hated him so much because she was cold and calculated.
Nice, Angel. You say she stabbed him again and again. How many
It's
times?
an exaggeration.
No, you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
Oh, God.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look.
Wait.
The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Wait, Edgeworth. Aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed? I wanted to do the contradiction.
Wait, witness. Oh, wait, that's you.
It's fine.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Is that like jelly?
Yes.
Okay.
Or, maybe...
It's not.
What is it?
I remember.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for
Oh,
blood.
it's ketchup on rice?
Yeah.
Oh.
But now, I realize that such mistakes are possible. You can eat anything with rice.
No.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
She had ketchup on her?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Okay. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood.
At
Testify.
least twice should have been again, not again and again. Because that's 3
Maybe just
times.
say, I think she stabbed him at least twice.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene
Her
was.
red muffler?
Her red.
Alright, well, let's look at the...
muffler.
I do remember her having a red scarf.
What, did she have it at the time of the crime?
No!
No!
She had the white
You
coat.
really fucked up by
I
giving us
know.
this photo.
I know, man. Like, yeah, you should have kept this from the court, I guess. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective
Don't
work.
say my contradiction again.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or
wanna
muffler
say
of
it.
any kind when
Wanna
she
say-
stabbed the
I want to
victim.
do my job.
And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly
What?
clueless.
Is that what you get lunch ladies?
If you were really good, you would be a chef.
Okay. Just continue.
Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
being a liar.
Yes.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What's my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least.
I'm glad you remember something. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
Yeah, the part where your sister stabs the victim.
Oh.
This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier
And
testimony.
it teleported into my past vision.
Well, I just got confused because she mentioned the muffler.
Oh, no.
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. Resistance is futile is also from a movie. Or Doctor Who? Isn't a movie.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I'm sure are they Doctor Who
Emma.
movies?
Listen to the court. This is your sister's murder trial. I don't know if you know that. I'm gonna need you to think about that.
They surely are like Doctor Who movies.
I don't
it's
know.
really popular.
Probably. I don't know.
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra.
The cobra is a snake.
That's me, Angel Starr.
That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
That's not what any of that means.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
I also have a sexual history with Lana Scott.
How many people have...
Everyone in this case has sex with everyone else. Except Meekins. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a
Does that
partition
mean can't?
after herself.
No.
No, everyone except Meekins and Gant. And I guess Emma, presumably, because she's a tiny baby.
Gant's not allowed.
Gant's not allowed to have sex.
I was thinking about that shirtless Gant. There's that brutality bunny. Shirtless Gant.
She attempted to run behind a partition off to her side.
Well, if we look at the evidence, I just want to make sure I know where
Yeah,
the...
do we have a map?
Yeah, we have the parking lot floor plans. Partition's
so
over here. Security room,
She
telephone.
attempted to run behind the partition.
Angel was over here in B
Yes.
block. So she saw her go... Wah.
Alright. That's not a contradiction, but we could press it.
Yeah. I don't know what
Oh,
we
maybe
would
what's in...
get from that. I guess maybe why, you know, was she trying to hide behind the partition? Oh, we just looked at the floor plan.
Where is the partition?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the column.
Oh, that's right. There was a wall there. And Emma thought it was really big. It's about 6 feet high, which is maybe big for Emma, 'cause
She was-
she's a tiny baby.
Obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
That's a
Bad
pretty
hiding
big wall, isn't it? Like, it's not, maybe not that tall.
No, it's not that, like,
It's wider than a car.
But, like, Emma was like, there's a wall in our way.
I forgot about that.
Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then?
I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot.
Oh, okay, do we press this?
We'll press this.
Oh, sorry, I'm tired. You did it quickly. Oh, were you close to the
woke up,
suspect?
so I'm not- You want to go out again?
Come here. What do you want?
What do you want? Oh, you look so sad all the time. Because you're a stinky baby. Come on up. Come on, you can come up. Well, maybe not actually. Maybe not on stream while I'm wearing this dress, because sometimes he pulls it down.
Here, come on my lap. Come eat my tie. Quickly.
Were you close to the sub?
Yes.
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Alright. Maybe I should press her for more details. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. Could you draw a little version of your face, and then... Oh, how about the little Lunchland logo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
and then-
actually a little artist.
And then Lana,
Can draw so many things.
she was a visitor. You witnessed the murder from here?
That would make
About 30 feet from the
Google.
car, yes. Oh, it's
Yo,
fine.
you
oh. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you?
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The carve-up queen, lunch lady, athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence.
I can jump very high.
Oh, I can. You know, in Mario USA, where they kind of crouch down, they charge up, and then they go. Is that Luigi who can high jump? Which one of them can high jump? Is it Toad?
So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
9 feet high. Wow, this is really tall. How did this guy not get away?
When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
She just mentioned it?
She
was like, oh no, I dropped my muffler!
What was she talking about? What did she say?
Well, I always said if I was ever gonna get arrested, I would have my muffler, and I left it at home.
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky. Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? She can't mean the phone that we found that was hers. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene by me?
Yes, ultimately.
What? What do you mean ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
What? No, the court doesn't see me, Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
All tucked away in the corner.
Apparently, if it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed. The emergency phone was out of order that day. At some point, I think I'm gonna need to take a little bit of a break.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? And good defending?
I guess at 1 hour around, we'll take a break.
Okay. You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
I didn't tell you to add that.
I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead.
You saw it all?
Oh, yeah, how? How do you see that?
So she was over here. Telephone tucked away in the corner behind this big wall.
I guess if she was climbing over the fence, she could
Maybe she was high enough at the top of the fence
to see
it, but I don't know. You sure about that?
You sure about that? Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye.
To insinuate that she would use a phone. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
She could have worked with Lana as a detective. That could have been bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, is that why you have a grudge against Lana Skye?
That was unrelated.
How do you explain this? There's a contradiction also.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, let me explain.
Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point? However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call.
Shit.
I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Ah!
Order. What is the meaning of these? It's simple, Your Honor.
The screams, can I just like do an aside about the screams? It's really a balancing act between making screams in general is hard. Making them seem like they fit with what just happened, and what I do, which is base the general sound of it off of the text, is difficult.
Yes.
I try my best, though.
Simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies.
Ah! It's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question?
Everything in her testimony has been wrong.
Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's what the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it?
Yeah, because she must have seen it from
Yeah.
somewhere where she could see the telephone.
Yes. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is the significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Alpha, saying things that, like, I know what the answer is, but trying to, like, come to it from an angle of if I didn't know to, like, explain so that... I don't know, it's interesting. Because I've been doing this with when we play with mom and dad, if I know something, kind of trying to point them to it if they don't get it on their own. But like with like, what train of logic would get you here, Batman? Stinky boy. Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
Excuse me. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it! Wait. Let me ask a question to the more clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from Miss Starr... the place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here.
Well, it wasn't over here.
I think it was
Because,
this...
like, even if
yeah.
she was, like, over here, she couldn't have seen that.
It must have been up high somewhere, right? Because she also saw over there. She saw both sides
Yeah, she saw
of this.
both sides of it. She could have maybe been standing here, but then she would have caught her
Yeah.
before she got to the telephone.
So,
Up high, top of the fence. Probably not. The security room is
where
over
she
here. It's
was
up high, where she was going to deliver the meal to her boyfriend.
take that.
The only possible
This is the only place where she could have been.
explanation.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr,
How many years have I been getting the better of man? As an enchantress. as a Jezebel.
what?
How many years have I been getting the better of man? From the Bible.
Okay, I'm not familiar with the Bible.
A seductress.
Alright.
To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. I really like her as a character, except for those moments where it's like, I've been getting the better of men by being polyamorous and sexy, which is a bad thing for me to be doing.
Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back.
The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Wait, how did she take the photo from behind a fence if she was in the security guard room?
She must have been there at one point.
I guess. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason, except I don't know what the risk is, because people seem to not get in trouble for it.
I don't know what the series of events is, though, because... where's her photo?
I think it's just...
Because if she saw this, by the trunk of the car... But, like, from over here, but she saw the telephone thing from over there, and she was supposed to see it in the security guard office. Lana must have gone back to the telephone and then back to the car. Because if she witnessed it all from the security guard office, but she took this photo from B block, she must have gone from the security guard office to B block. And I guess that means that Lana must have come back to the car, which I guess makes sense.
She wouldn't just do perjury for no reason.
You don't know me.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Okay, you do it for me. Now, Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change?
Difference in lighting. Angle of view to the crime. I mean, I know the answer.
Yeah, I think
The other ones wouldn't make sense.
it changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. She couldn't have just, like, jumped out of the security room. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness?
You.
Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
That looks like rubber bands. Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
They're my special rubber bands I make out of squid.
That sounds interesting, at least.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
I want a PB&J now. Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
We can take a little break. You can make yourself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Why are you barking? You wanna go out? What's wrong?
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
Don't mind him. He's a little scared of everything and likes to bark.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running toward the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Okay, so then she went to D block
Yeah.
and then she took the picture.
That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
At that point, the crime had already happened, so I was like, before I jump over the fence and arrest her, I should probably take a picture just so we, like, know it's her. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes?
That's a while!
Yup, well, it's a long way.
I guess, yeah.
This changes things
And she also had
considerably.
to jump the fence. But it was that woman over there who in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and this spork is a wonderful invention.
I'm glad we can agree on this, Mr. Judge. Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? I mean, that would mean she missed potentially a lot of stuff.
Let's look at our court record. That means this photo was taken as 5 minutes after the actual crime?
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know, there's, like, time is a
But
thing.
just generally, like, you probably missed a lot.
Yeah. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You could make a pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. Do you like it al dente?
No. I don't.
I was talking to her.
Oh. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
The lunchboxes do that?
Yeah.
5 minute blank. Isn't that strange?
I have pasta that I use for knitting.
That's cool.
Strange.
Can I have some?
No.
If you were a
Not
criminal.
unless you pay for it.
Oh, okay. What would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah!
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony.
We can take a break.
The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned.
On that note, do you want to take a break?
Sure.
Oh my god, we also have investigation to do for today. I actually didn't.
Oh
need
god,
But yeah, we also have investigation to do for today. But I'm gonna take a little break.
Take a little break.
You set a timer or whatever.
Oh, I'm not
For
gonna
10
set
minutes?
a timer. I'm
Fine.
gonna leave.
Okay, I'll set a timer for 10 minutes.
10
but
minutes? Do 5.
I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be gone, so like I just want to make sure we're not gone for too long.
Okay.
So wait, can you
What? I'm also gonna be
just
gone.
like keep track of the timer because I'm gonna be
Okay.
gone. Okay, start. Just make sure none of us miss it. All right, I'm gonna turn the
Should I eat the chocolate muffin right before stream? I don't know. Will I? Yee. Am I probably gonna have bits of chocolate stuck in my teeth? Yeah. But my teeth are not the focus of this stream. The focus of the stream is my voice. My beautiful voice. Oh, gross.
My beautiful feminine voice. Ah.
Oh, wig hair in my mouth. Mm. Mari was like 10 minutes, but she's still making food. There's a glare right over my face on the monitor, so I can't see if I have chocolate on my face. This is when I'd talk to chat, if I had a chat. But no one's here. I want to watch professional comedians and voice actors do this, not little baby child. Alright, I'm gonna put my plate away. Oh. Alright then.
Okay, let's finish the trial.
Yep. Rise from the ashes, everyone. You want to say the line again, or are we just gonna?
No.
Okay.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
Stop trying to get us to eat rubber bands. That's the one you tried to voice down on me.
I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
For me? No, for him. What was that? This is another one of her trick lunchboxes. Another picture that I can use to poke holes in the case. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Ooh, a triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time?
A gun.
Oh, God. Find her guilty.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene.
Yeah, you should have.
And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up?
Did you take that?
2 types of blood were found on
You
this shoe.
can't just take that.
One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Maybe she was also murdered.
What?
What? There was blood found on that shoe. Where did you get that?
Took me a second to register what you had said. Maybe she was also murdered.
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive
There was a
evidence
shoe
needs.
in that box.
Not in your box. Don't worry, Mr. Judge.
Witness, what's the meaning of
You
this?
can't just...
Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
Can't take his shoe. You can't do that.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
3 in forensics. Wow.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
They're triplets. What?
That really got you. You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Wait, you can't do that?
Ignoring that, in other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
I don't fucking know. Edward sure is celebrating?
I feel like as a forensics girly, you should know this.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department.
My
As you can
boyfriend
see-
looked at it, so it's legal now.
It was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, he's really bad now.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Stop asking me, I don't know. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. Mad.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
Evidence law is hard.
There are 3 rules.
No! The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding and the defense's incompetence notwithstanding, it appears the evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Okay, well, we have
White
this now.
enamel shoe.
Is it not illegal to steal evidence from the crime scene?
No. It's not tampering with the crime scene if you give it back later.
No!
There's traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Decisive evidence.
I should have mentioned this 5 minutes when I was. Yeah, you fucking should have. No, you didn't.
Okay.
One was, of course, the victims. Let's look at this shoe, just to make sure that there's nothing.
There's some on the bottom. Should we look at that?
Ah! There's blood here too!
Yeah, there's blood all over it. It's probably the victims, I guess.
He must have stepped in a puddle of his own
He
blood.
must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood. It's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. Also, if it's horrible, stop looking at it. Are you licking the shoe, or are you just poking your tongue out?
I would never lick the shoe.
Alright, give me the shoe.
It's so gross. This blood. It's my sister's, right?
I guess. His right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail, and she did say she cut herself when she
Poor
stabbed him.
sis. She got cut during the murder.
Yeah.
I guess, was there anything on the inside of the shoe? I
I don't think so.
I just gotta, you know, make sure.
Just
This
stick my
void
face
of
in there.
darkness.
His feet were really dirty.
Fucking Alita. Her toes were so
Oh god,
dirty.
yeah. But on the one foot.
On the one foot.
Anyway, what do we do?
One, of course, was the victims, and the other blood type. Wait, just blood type? Are we just doing blood type?
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test.
You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie.
You said the type, and that's like, that changes. Or
Well,
no,
speak up.
It doesn't change, but there's only like 4. Blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. I guess there's technically 8 because of the RB, whatever. You can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. That's what the fuck are you talking about, Mr. Wright?
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear.
Oh, okay.
If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test
But yeah,
results.
she didn't do that clearly.
But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Sky.
Why, does she have a really rare blood type? So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. Emma, you probably know her blood type, right? Because you're into forensics.
Well, it's not my blood type. I didn't do it.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. Also, she was there. Also, there was blood on her coat. Also, the gloves.
I was afraid he was going to say that. Also, I knew
L
she was
plus
injured.
ratio.
This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
Okay,
Yeah, look at
you do it. I kind of know what it is.
There's no blood on
Yeah.
the ground.
I don't know where to present, or what to present though, so you do it.
How would he step in the blood of the ground? I don't know what to present either.
Probably the photo, but where? Yeah, go to the first where she mentions the shoe, maybe. Oh, maybe press something. So you brought it to the forensics department.
If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved.
Oh, I did not know that.
To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert.
Glad no one brought that up in my previous trials. And she got away with it because her little with her little coup.
Because her little coup.
Because she used to be a detective. Who is getting cooed here?
Sure. We are overthrowing him as the king of prosecutors.
This shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all.
Yeah, okay, and that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman?
As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Did we press that?
We didn't press this.
I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Oh, that looked good until you told me what it was.
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
A vat?
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
I don't have a problem with the shoe. The shoe exists. It's not ugly or anything, like Edward's
there
knife.
is a problem.
But I'm not imagining things. I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Oh, they're spicy?
They've got pepper.
Oh.
The spiciest of them all.
Well, how much pepper? Because that could be pretty bad.
Hear what
Only
Mr. Wright
pepper.
has to say. It's more pepper than fish.
What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Sorry, that just sounds like a texture nightmare.
Wish we kissing this randomly see.
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe.
Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. I'll squish you.
Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
There's like the little face and it goes squish.
What?
The gif.
No, what?
I gotta find it. I should look it up after the stream. Face. Squish. GIF. Where's the one?
Ponyo.
Where's Ponyo?
Oh my god, I remember. We have to watch Ponyo at some point.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh.
What about Squeeze?
I love Ponyo so much.
Okay, I can't find it, but that's what I was imagining
There's
when I
quite
said
a
I'll
bit
squish
of blood
you.
at the bottom of the shoe, enough for a Ponyo to live in.
He's little.
He's little.
It makes sense. Excuse me.
Sorry, that's my dog.
That's my dog, Gumshoe. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe?
There's no blood on the bottom of the floor.
Can we...
Yeah, there's no...
yeah, there's the oil and there's no blood on the ground. I've presented this photo so many times.
Oh. Footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Though why weren't there any bloody footprints found at the scene of the crime? Or any, like, blood that he stepped in? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. This contradicts your claim about the shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor. So there could have been bloody footprints.
I can't believe we have another investigation after this. Where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Luminal. Did you do the luminal?
We did do it somewhere. Order, order, order! Well, witness.
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright. But it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh. That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
Well, you don't know. Do you know?
Don't ask questions.
Edward, do you know?
Don't know the answer to.
What?
Don't ask questions unless you already know the answer. Otherwise, you might just, like, stumble into something that you didn't want. Never mind.
Oh, okay, as a court rule.
Yeah,
I
as
thought
a
you meant
court
in
rule.
general.
In general, no. You should be always learning. I see.
That's what my father
That's what
told
my
me.
father told me. He was a children's book author. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for.
Very, very devious.
We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Yeah, I remember when she said that. When she said rawr.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
She doesn't kick over oil drums normally?
Or go raw.
Or go rawr. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean?
Still
Forgot.
don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Is water good for crime? Ah, you don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would become evidence against her.
Blood dissolves water? Is that like...
You mean it dissolves in water?
Yes, water just...
It goes away. It dissolves into the blood and everything becomes blood.
That ties things up quite nicely. The blood stains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder.
Well, show us your beautiful tie.
Aha!
Look at that beautiful
Yes.
tie.
Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale heart
The
signs.
Why, oh.
Blood erases
What?
heart.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
Can you drown a heart? That reminds me, this guy's right hand.
Your
was
heart
hurt.
is in your body where there is
No,
liquids.
if it wasn't in your body, when you drown a heart.
Hearts don't have lungs.
Also, I don't think your heart in your body is sitting in a pool of water.
Then where is it?
It's in your chest cavity. There's not a bunch of liquid in there. I think it would be a problem if there was. Wouldn't that make it harder for the heart to pump
There's
if there was a bunch of water
on the
around?
inside of it, or there's blood on the inside
Yeah.
of it. There's no oxygen inside your heart except for the oxygen
Well,
in
yeah,
the blood.
no, your heart doesn't need to breathe. There, you don't have to say there's water around your heart. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? Maybe she just like slipped.
So that's
on
when
the blood.
my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Guilty as
Mr. Wright,
fuck.
do something, please.
Just stop talking to me and I will. Your sister has confessed to the crime though, and she tried to conceal it.
But
Enough. There is no need for further
Edward,
debate.
help me.
The verdict, Your
Edward,
Honor. We're done here.
I
want to
Mia.
go home. I don't have Mia. You're a grown man. You should be able to do this on your own. What kind of a defense attorney even are you? My bun's back there. I was trying to look at this, my side bun and say where it is.
Very well.
But Angel Starr is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
She's a witness for the prosecution.
We can just check to see if there was water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. G.
Hold it.
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
It's just called evidence? Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
I honestly find it very impressive and very fun how many different lunchbox sprites there are. I love it. The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. I just realized my tablet. Oh, it's on the ground. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen.
You've been dethroned.
Look at this.
It's a picture of me sitting on my throne, which is Edward's car. A photograph?
I took so many photos.
Oh, show them all,
I had
please.
it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence. You barely looked at it.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet.
I would love to see it, but the text box is in the... Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, that's a
pretty
river.
wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. I was going to do guilty, but okay. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
What did you try to do? Not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning.
Stinky dog, come in.
And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway.
Little doggy.
Sorry, Mia. You're going to prison now. Oh wait, sorry, that's law.
Sigh. Right. Wet or not.
Okay, this is just permanent, I guess.
Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Don't interrupt me. This time. Oh, God. Objection! Your Honor, wait!
He like stands, his back's very like up when he does the little...
Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No.
No, then it'll be too late. I'm the defense attorney. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. I barely got to look at this thing.
So, right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah. Think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
Did you say that out loud?
No. I've got to go ahead with this. Suppose since we... Oh, very well, Mr. Wright. His hand is very...
Chiseled.
Nice. Yes.
Nice hand. I do love his hand. Got a sock?
There's something in the muffler of the car?
What's this? That's not supposed to be
Your Honor,
there.
what is this?
We just learned
What
from
is this?
Clavier Gavin that there's not supposed to be things in your muffler.
The problem is here.
What's this?
The car doesn't go if there's something
There's
in the...
something in my muffler. Out of the car of the murder weapon, the car, not the murder weapon, the car is not the...
The prosecution claims the victim was hit by a car, Your Honor.
No!
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. That's your
Your Honor.
car? It's so ugly. You just said muffler. However, I do see no trace of a muffler or a scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
Oh, a pipe, I see. Okay, oh! There's a thing in there. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
I present to you the real killer. the suspicious piece of cloth.
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler?
Oh!
What does that have to do with this case?
Edward couldn't have driven
Nothing.
his car.
Absolutely nothing.
Because there was a thing in the thing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. Sorry, I keep skipping words. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Just tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. I mean... oh yeah, okay, there we go. I was like, is it the photo again somehow? Miss Starr.
Is he not wearing a muffler?
Recall your testimony for the court.
Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
There's no water.
That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler.
Yeah!
Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. My arm is too skinny and there's not enough room to properly object. Well, it seems we have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. And since I keep getting interrupted, I guess I'll have a little wait. Look at the car, please. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Also, if you have any more in your pocket, Miss Starr, please show it to us now. Agreed. Okay. You are good. Wait, I see a little cloth boy over there.
Oh no. My cloth boy. This isn't evidence. This is just my cloth
No,
boy.
I like this little cloth boy. Aw. He should be a lawyer when
I
he grows
suppose
up.
so.
That was close.
I knocked him on the ground when I poured out my bag.
But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all. He's still hungry?
He's a
ate,
growing boy.
5... No, he's not. He's a shrinking boy.
He would be a shrinking boy if it weren't for all of the caviar he eats every day.
Well, that's fair. Oh god.
All I eat is caviar and gravel.
What is trial ladder?
What?
I thought
Do we have more trial?
they said they were suspending it. That sounds like end of court, but I guess we'll see.
Mr. Wright,
What?
are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Did she get guilty? I forgot.
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth.
I'm the one who was starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth.
Dude, if we have more fucking trial, we are not gonna be done with this until like 10. Maybe not 10.
Well, if it's more trial and then an investigation.
Hola, partner.
Is Gumshoe.
No. They say
Believe
you
it or
show
not,
red
I'm
claw
not
to a
Gumshoe.
bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least.
Am I a
Officer
youngin?
Marshall. Actually, the science behind that,
Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late.
Right.
It's only halfway done, though. I'll see the rest of the trial.
Can I just go home? And can you take over?
Me?
You like Lana, right? Okay, maybe I'll do it.
Things have, changed between us.
Okay, well, never mind then.
They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory.
That's hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge, except you.
Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Is that why you broke up?
Officer Marshall, so back to the bull thing. The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
You don't say.
Well, maybe I'll give her another
Now don't that
chance.
just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon.
She probably took it off for the murder, I guess. Maybe she thought she'd get confused with the blood, like apparently Angel did. She wasn't wearing a scarf.
So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Let it be free. Time will tell.
All right.
Maybe if you love someone, let them go.
Okay.
If they come back, they were always yours.
I have a bad feeling about this,
So,
because I don't know what that means.
what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee.
It's cowboy juice.
Cowboy juice, that steak sauce. District Court, we're back in the court.
No! Your Honor, you said I could go home.
I never
No,
got to
I
tell
changed my mind.
My bull fact.
I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution.
I never practiced my voice.
Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullet. You need to go to the doctor. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent.
It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
This is probably good for us. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with the trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation.
This is unacceptable.
It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself.
Excuse me? Knock knock.
Who's there? Oh god, hello. What the fuck? You're very big and imposing. A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom.
Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came
That's
in.
a lot! Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you! Stop staring. Oh.
Oh. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swim much these days?
Hello. No, I've been so busy.
Busy smizzy, Udgy. Busy smizzy, Udgy. My Udgy, my boy, you have to make time to relax.
Yes, indeed.
Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge. Are they fucking too?
I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but old people can't fuck. Who are you?
Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son.
That's nice. Thanks?
So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly.
I do like swimming. I haven't done it in a while. Little worthy, though?
Mr. Wright?
You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Can you stop doing that, sir?
No. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone.
So, to what do we owe this honor today? You just stopping by? It's been over 3 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's...
My sister's muffler.
So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
Well, what's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running?
But Mr. Edgeworth.
How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. It's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words.
You don't know Edgeworth.
I know him better than anyone ever could.
Wow. God. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gah.
The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? I don't see why not. I kind of want to see it too. It's kind of cool. Can you open it up for me? I don't have hands. Sure, yep. I think all you have to do is push the switch and, if I got my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore.
Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Okay, let's have the child do it.
Gotta scroll through my...
How do you do things? Like, is this normal?
I gotta run through all of the different options in a scientific manner
Oh, good.
to see what's the most good thing to Don't scare me like that.
You weren't doing it, so I did
I'm
it.
the one who's scared.
I'm the one who's scared.
I'm the one who's scared.
I'm not scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
Did you break the knife?
No, I didn't break the
That
knife.
dark red stain. Blood? Oh my, is that a knife in the victim's chest? Sorry, that was a line from Dual Destinies.
This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself.
I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? It would be very nice to have them, anyway, the knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem, not even a little one, really.
Can you show us
I'm
the
not
inside
busy
of
at
your
all.
mouth again?
This knife is special, but I can't say how here.
Oh, good.
Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. At the time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
Can I go home, Your Honor? I'm very tired. There was a murder at the police department? A detective?
That's hush-hush information, Haji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor office.
Order.
Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay?
I'm gonna tell everybody.
Don't.
I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? The two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. This is a little weird.
The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course.
I'm gonna bang my head against the wall. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness just before you decide to end the trial. Before, I do my job.
Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Oh, but what he's talking about? Okay.
He barely talked about this case. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Can I prove? I know, I do. Let's just look at all the evidence.
That's interesting.
What's this?
There's a small tag on the knife. It says,
SL92.
what's that supposed to mean?
I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. DL6. Maybe it's a case number?
That's weird.
What?
I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either.
Maybe I should check the court record again. That's interesting. It's an interesting thing. Do we have something else?
What? Oh,
Something else?
what's this? What's this?
What's this? Why, that almost looks like... S...
7.
Good man.
If you done rotate your whole face around it almost looks I can't. My glasses will fall off. You just take your face.
Oh, just look through the glasses. Can you see
Oh
it
my
now?
god! S L. No!
Anyway, we've drawn this out way too long. I am paying attention, Your Honor. Wait a second.
At last! An honest to goodness objection! Oh, I love it.
Wait a second. There's a knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
He did the
Aha! An honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great.
Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. I didn't approve this. Is this okay? No. What is this? 6 minus 7s 12 divided by 2? No, Your Honor. It's upside down.
Upside? No, it says good man.
Printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up.
It says Namdoog.
But the victim's real name was Namdoog. Everybody got it wrong all the time, and he was too shy to correct them. But turn around when you get
221 221? February 21st? The day of the murder?
Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. No, I'm gonna do Phoenix Italian now.
That's the same thing as what's written on the knife's tag. What? Order, order, well, Chief. Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rhino.
What do I win?
A kiss.
Oh, sorry. Here.
You
Thanks.
will accept the
Yes.
three prosecutors.
What game is this guy playing? Wait, the prosecution gives me a kiss?
No.
I'll
the
take
chief,
that.
Please. No. I would never. This knife was evidence in a case. Shut the fuck up. It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
No gay shit in my courtroom.
No gay shit in my courtroom. That's it. No.
So this knife was stolen?
Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon. As it
Like it's
happened.
that weird Play-Doh dentist set? Okay, that's smart.
my favorite thing. Also, my jaw opens from the top. Just like that weird dentist set. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved.
So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car.
Hard to think there isn't a connection there.
That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. So, we got a new thing added. And it was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. It was killed at the police department. Well, let's just press all of these, see what comes up.
Something happened at the police department too, huh?
You got a good look in your eyes there, right, oh my boy? Sharp, hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all.
Well, why are you attacking Edgeworth? He's a nice boy. What happened? What happened to the sorry, I'm not paying attention anymore.
The detective was killed at the police department. See?
Fine.
What a mess.
It's been 2 hours. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department?
That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy?
If there is an investigation, maybe we should, like, wait an hour and do another stream. I'm at a loss for words.
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
Just arrested? That was quick.
But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help right out.
I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me the data on your case.
Ooh, good one. This gets sharp.
Haha.
Okay, here's the
My
deal.
hair is sharp.
I'll tell you one thing and one thing only.
We know when, and we know where, so how? Well, how was the detective killed?
How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part.
Oh,
It was what we in the force call a stabbing. With a knife.
that's, a knife?
That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman.
Was it Edward's knife?
That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same.
What do you mean?
There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death.
Seems like I'm going to have to press this a bit harder. Oh, is this tie supposed to look like a sword?
Probably. The time of the crime. Scary coincidence, it's the same.
5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office.
What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances?
I'm tired. I can't untie my tie.
This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001 chance of that happening.
So you just made that number up? Chief Gad, please tell us more about the incident.
It just really seems like it wouldn't happen.
It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it.
How can you say there's no connection?
Oh, because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, righto. You understand?
Try to understand, righto.
Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together.
Whatever it is, I'd better find him and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence.
And that knife. What was it doing there?
Yeah. Better check this knife out.
Well, we already looked at the knife with the... Is there anything else about the knife?
Well, we haven't looked at the blood. Can we look at the tip? No? Can we look at the fingers? So, what did you do
It's just the...
Yeah, okay. So, have we, like...
It was stolen from the department's evidence room.
He only has 2 statements here?
What?
It looks like he only has 2 statements. Oh no, okay. That was the sections of the correction.
It was a bad day for the department. Yeah. This knife was evidence for a case that was stolen in the department's evidence room.
So, does he say, like, it's not connected at any point? Yeah,
we could try bringing
Yeah,
that
present
up.
that, yeah.
Nah.
No? Boy, Your Honor, no. Whoops, that goes wrong.
I mean, that's not
Okay, just press everything, I think.
I already pressed it.
You pressed everything?
I think so.
Oh, God.
What if I present it on this?
Okay.
Well, let's just
Try.
check anything about Goodman.
No, it just says that it's...
This knife was evidence that it was stolen from the department's evidence room. And he has something about the same case it was from.
But we already talked about that, I guess. So... Oh, maybe we have to present the knife instead of the note. Because it was found in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Am I right? No!
Or, I guess we don't know that that knife is connected to the other case.
It was found in our... Oh, well,
The other case.
but wasn't that the murder weapon?
I don't think he
Oh,
said
okay,
that.
never mind. See, I am very confused.
In this case, I remember one time I tried to remember and write down everything about this case, and it was very complicated.
I'm gonna take another break while you... Like, I'm just gonna go lie on the bed for a few seconds.
Alright, let's go to the police department. See what a mess. Oh wait, we already pressed it, yeah, that's when. Funny, isn't it? What are the chances? Yeah, we already went through all this. Fuck, this case, man. It's like it's already long if you get everything right all the time, and then there's the added aspect of like...
I'm gonna see if I can get Tico.
You can try to get Tika. I can't talk much about it. We already pressed that. And that knife... We must have to, like, present the knife on something. If I pressed this? Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Rido, my boy. Sharp, hungry, yeah. Where was I before? Why didn't you ask? I've pressed everything. Ah! I guess I just gotta look over my evidence again. Huh. Do I... I'm just gonna save real quick just in case.
He's stuck on me.
He stepped on you? Sweet Tico. He's the big boy. Yes. You make the funny noises. I love you. Come sit on me. He's shy. He's stable. Do not worry.
The knife was evidence in a case that was thrown into the bar. I'm going to try and present this here. Fuck. Ah! Entered a lot of 512. How do we prove the two cases are connected? There's no... How do we prove they're connected? Is the question. And I think I'm thinking about shit that doesn't...
I mean, do you remember how we proved that?
No.
Ultimately? Okay.
It's supposed to be good to like see the ID number.
Yeah, but how do I get him to do
I
that?
don't know. Yeah, get him to talk about the victim somehow.
These from the chief of police, I can't say anything. She keeps bringing
Have
up
you
the
pressed
knife.
everything again?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much, at least.
If you missed something,
I might have, but I don't think I did. Oh, my sweet boy. Oh, he's a biggy boy. He's a biggy boy. Oh, he gave me a bite. That's so sweet of him.
Did you present the note here?
I'm gonna press this again. Yeah, I presented the note there. It was stolen on the day of the murder.
Owie, owie, he bited me.
It was a murder weapon from a case long since solved. Found the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. A connection where, Emma? Where exactly are you referring to? Between the knife and the... Stolen from the apartment. On the same day, another detective was killed at the police department. And you have a perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Okay, I'm getting somewhere
They
new.
said this already.
Did they? Just arrested? That was quick. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help. Okay, actually, no. Never mind. I just missed that earlier. Giving me data on your case. Here's the deal.
Maybe we have to ask about all of them.
Yeah, let's just ask about all of them. Where was the victim found? I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room. I've heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage.
Okay. So now we can talk about the knife. Alright, you might be able to present it now? Oh, okay, wait. Does he have a new statement? Or maybe you have to press it now. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven.
You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection?
Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place, mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room.
Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag.
And we also know the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
You stinky boy.
Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all.
Really?
Who would have guessed?
I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Two detectives were killed at 5:15.
I meant to press, and I accidentally went. Fuck. Sorry.
Tico, eat my tie. I ate my tie. Give a little bite.
You want to eat the tie?
That's Dad's tie.
He gave a little bite.
You gotta give it a little bite. He's a bitey boy. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly.
I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him.
Victim's ID number. We don't need, I don't know why the gender is important. Division, I know nothing about.
How about you tell me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that.
Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. For some reason.
We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up.
Alright.
The number is 5842189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. Mine is impossible to remember.
82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189.
We have one ID number. What's this? Investigator's ID card. Goodman's ID 5842189.
It tells me something. Tell me a lot. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think I did not show this to the police.
Meaning?
One sec. Edgeworth, let me throw this to you. Can you approve it first?
No! I can't approve evidence, actually.
Fuck.
I'm not a detective, I'm a prosecutor. If I could just approve any evidence I
Gumshoe!
liked, I could just bring whatever evidence to this courtroom.
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Batman, please, be quiet.
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say.
Well, he tried to
You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? He got me. Ow!
Yeah. Sometimes he hangs on. It's painful.
He just doesn't want you to leave him.
He's licking his paws, so.
Yeah. Sweetie baby.
You're right in the middle of the camera. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Everyone can see you.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, what? Oh, this. Witness.
Well, what is it, Mr. Wright?
Oh, sorry.
You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
Oh, it's just I have a date with Edgeworth. I got confused.
And this is news.
Oh, Edgeworth! Huh? You're mean to me.
Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do.
Alright, let's go. The police department. The prosecutor's office.
Little stupid baby boy.
Don't call me that. You're a little stupid baby boy. Two places. And let me put my tie back on. 2 detectives murdered at one time. I can dye a tie, I'll show you. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Can you tie it?
Yes, I can. 1 sec. There we go. I figured it out. Oh, hello. Is it yours? I'm not a police. No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney. Remember?
This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame Shame on you, Ryder. Personnel IDs are top secret, you silly little boy.
Aw. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And what? Your Honor. Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. It started with 82. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Didn't even get the first number right again. You said the same thing. Alright, I got my tie now. It was 5842189 also.
Wait a second, right?
You like my tie?
What is this?
Oh, I tied it wrong. Sorry, it's just the bottom thing is very long. That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think of that? Oh.
Oh, sharp as a tack, Righto, sharp as a tack.
Sharp as my hair and my tie.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room, at the exact same time.
That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location. Oh, hi, Ragey. Thank you for opening the door for Batman.
Order, order, what does this mean?
No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered.
Oh,
Why are
no.
you growling?
They want Tico.
You guys want to play with Chico? He's gonna hide under the bed.
Yeah, you're gonna be a good boy. Oh, he wants to play with Batman.
Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? Hello, Stinky. The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? Alrighty, baby.
They're trying to get Reggie to leave.
We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news.
Oh, that guy.
Officer Meekins.
Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before?
It was the guy that we saw.
Wait! Aha!
Oh! Excuse me, but this is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises. I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir.
I don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Ugh. Why didn't your officer tell me?
Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He didn't seem challenged.
Okay, Emma.
In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then
You got the stare, Edgeworth. Oh, it's long. Oh, they're real long.
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now what was the second rule of evidence law,
Well, Mr. Wright,
Huh? Oh, fuck. It's,
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
Oh, God, I can present.
And how is
Thank
this
God.
rule relevant?
Okay, so I haven't broken any rules?
What?
Okay, to get on with it.
No, you have to follow all the rules,
I have to
not
follow-
just one of
No,
them.
it said unregistered evidence.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've unregistered.
It was relevant. All of it, probably.
Whatever. Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial.
Oh, wait, really? I've
This
never done
reg-
that. They've never done that to me either!
This report wasn't on that list.
so what does this mean?
Am I just, like...
I couldn't submit this
just-
evidence until a connection was proven in court.
What?
The connection was just proven by Righto
Isn't
over
it
here.
approved by you, though? I don't know, man.
Good job, Righto, my boy.
What? I was just doing my job. Thanks for the
doing my
praise. I
bit.
like the praise. I need that.
No!
Mia's gone. She doesn't praise me anymore. It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. Or it may be the last thing you do. You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, not for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned.
It's been 2.5 hours
Are we done now?
with the court trial.
I really hope there's not an investigation immediately after this.
There normally is.
Really?
Rise from the ashes.
Oh no! Okay. Give us at least half an hour. Should we start again at 6?
Start again at 6. All right. Whatever you say. You're tired. We'll start again at 6.
Okay.
So I'm gonna end the trial because we're going for like 30 minutes.
End the
That
stream?
is enough. Yeah, we're gonna end the stream and then we'll be back. I've not done separating days into 2 different streams before, so I'll figure out how I'm gonna do that with my title system.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll see you in 30 minutes.
Okay.
Bye-bye. I am going to just make sure nothing gets cut off by doing the...